have NEXL, event number 3, the D3 division. Joined with my great friend, Matt Falvey.
Aw, best of friends for life. We're going to die together, you know that?
Pals.
I got them getting to pal. Mauritius on your left, Baymack on your right.
Delicious, a big run over the Dorito, too. I think that's Ryan Prado, or no? Running gun, Angel, I think gets shot, he does.
We're going to lose our first train wreck player out of the tower. They were doubled up in the tower. We've become the enough team yet today, or this weekend.
All right, I think we have a 4-on-4. Nice move here by Dream Dog. Hoping to see a little bit more action like this today versus from D4. It was a little slower than I'd like to see.
Anthony has just called all D4 players slow. Slower. We're going to lose our home player for train wreck, leaving just the tower and now the snake corner.
That's trying to give me the corner here.
Trying to salvage the situation. Is there a third train wreck? I believe it's this one's left too.
It's Casey Martin in that tower.
Casey, crap bowler, crap shot.
Mika Sopranos comes up. Is there only, no, there's 4. Okay, Dorito corner, Dorito 2. Dorito 1, I think that's Pablo that just moved up from Dorito 1.
Now it's a D2. Excuse me, D3.
Casey gets shot by the Dorito 50. Tommy asking for a towel. Melissa maybe wanted to put a few extra balls on their crater combo.
Greenlee? You don't walk away from us. You crawl. All right, we're looking at much better weather today. I don't know if you were watching yesterday or you were down here playing yesterday, but yesterday afternoon turned into an absolute downpour.
Only for about 20 minutes. You're making it out worse than it was.
You didn't have to play. We were up here in the NEXL Sky Tower of opulence and luxury.
We even had no wind, so the rain wasn't blowing in here.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. No, but it's very nice out. Not even supposed to hit 80 today, so perfect paintball weather.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, Sierra is on your left, Knight's on your right. Knight's in those black jerseys.
Black on black.
Yeah, it's both teams black. Thank God it's not 90 degrees today. All right, Sierra with a fairly good spread. Nothing into the snake yet, but they are to the brick. They are to the baby burrito. Sierra's going to lose their first body. Dodge shot. It's going to drop from the tower. That's Joe Sarkeesian moving up to the center brick for the Knights. Catching that based on body weight.
Knights use their Dorito attacker over there, so it's a 4-on-4.
Looks like Simon will point on screen right now. He's going to move to the stand-up brick, trying to get support, trying to get into the snake. He's damage there.
The Knights eliminate the Sierra Snake players, so it's a 4-on-3 Knights.
There with a decent spread. They got the mini brick, the big brick, and the D1. Going to have to win a gunfight here or catch somebody on the move.
Yeah, that 5-star fill is crazy bright.
It's very bright. That's why I thought it might be glow ball. Yesterday I was asking about the cosmic. Whether you're going to turn this place into a glow ball event? I kind of thought this paint was the glow paint.
It might be the glow ball. I have to check this view, but it's definitely a 5-star ball. At the NXL, we're using a lot of the glow ball. Asking for a check, Knight player here in the snake. Ball clean by head ref Noel Tran.
Snake Vespuccia. Sierra's last 3 players have been very obstinate about dying. Good work by them. I don't love the middle brick player playing over the top as much as he is.
Nate's doing the same thing, trying to time it so he's up shooting at that brick the same time he's popping the top.
Nate, there it goes. Yeah, you can tell Nate with the AMC, he wanted that next bump. There it is. He's into their snake 2, 40-yard line.
Nice shot up the Dorito.
Nice instant turn shoot.
Dorito has the ball now. If that Dorito 1 wants to try and take that Dorito 2, he does.
Last two Sierra players here clinging away. 4-2 situation. They have the mini brick and the big brick in the middle. So the Knights putting pressure on them from the D2 and from the Snake 2.
I think he got him on that shot there. Yep. Nice shot by the Sierra player, bringing it to a 2-on-3.
Derek Lambert's going to take a walk for Knights. Sierra responds by taking the cross.
I like him to try to bump out to the Dorito. Fighting out of that cross is rough when he's Snake here.
Well, the cross is so big it also blocks a lot of vision. He won't be able to do anything but really fight two kind of narrow windows. If he gets the Dorito, I think he's got better field vision. He can be a little bit more versatile. There it is.
Nice shot down the wire from the Sierra player, bringing us to a 2-on-2, and they're in better positions now than the Knights.
So Joe Sarkeesian in the brick. Knights now take the snake corner. Sarkeesian's going to go out to the cross himself.
Good communication right now from the Sierra player in that back corner.
Yeah, he picked up on that move instantly, responded to his voice to his teammate.
Snap battle.
Yeah, Sarkeesian's going to have to fight his way out, and if he doesn't, that brings it to a 2-on-1 in favor of Sierra. This is a great turnaround game. I believe it.
It's a big bite to him. He doesn't see him. Nice move by the Sierra player.
Am I incorrect? Did Sierra just turn a 2-on-4 into a win?
I think they did. I think that was Kevin. No, actually, no, it's not. Yeah, very good play.
Rosie watching us. Still in New York, I just assume.
Yes. Verland with a real big point. And the point. Both players 2-on-4. Props to them pulling that one back.
That was a great turnaround point.
Adam Rand is out here repping, but like you said before, Adam Rand puts a lot of weight on that first point of the match. Yep. Especially when you're down 4-2.
Did you say Adam Rand is reffing?
Oh yeah, truck stops out there.
Wow. Thank you. I have this belief that if you play paintball, you better ref paintball. It's like part of your social contract, and I just don't find it. So thank you, Adam, and thank you everybody that gets out there and actually refs. If you play paintball and you bitch about the reffing and you don't actually ref, I have no sympathy for you.
Yeah, we've got a couple hundred years of experience out there repping right now. We've got some guys.
Yeah.
We've got Noel, Rich Williams, Truck Stop, Brian Weeks, Supple. These guys have all been playing decades.
All right, trade rack on your left, looking for a comeback point against Malicious. Justin Hughes here is the Canadian team.
Nice shot on Tommy Greenleaf on Duval. And Lucas Cron's taking the walk as well, so it's a 5-on-3 right now for Trainwreck. We've got Ryan Cottle.
What is the break on the Trainwreck player moving up to the snake? The tower, maybe a little bit. Throw a pen occasionally, but.
Number 70 from Malicious is in the cross. Ryan Cotter to the Dorito side. Tower. Casey corrects it to a kill 2 situation. I don't know where the third Malicious player is. Snake corner? Okay. We got Snake corner.
So he's staying cross. The cross is shooting Dorito. The tower is shooting Dorito. No one's looking Snake way.
The plus now looks over.
Really existing.
Never glasses.
Yeah, yeah, with the stream in his ears.
Tommy's looking to get in front of his other snake player here, but he's going to watch out.
That's a nice move by the train wreck player.
Tom Greenlee.
Now,
I think Tommy needs to go around. Especially, they should be able to recognize that the snake corners are only crossed.
Yeah, he just needs to establish that snake corner's not looking in. It's still risky, because the snake corner could always look at just the wrong time, but yeah, he knows where Tommy makes the ball. Now, honestly, that tower is in a lot of trouble. I don't think Tommy has the direct vision between himself and the cross.
Tower's in real trouble, like you said. Ryan Carter's going to get a free kill right here. Yeah,
Popper, yeah, there it is. Tommy gets the kill on the tower.
now Tommy could stand up potentially and pop the puck.
He stood up as soon as you said that.
Yeah. Good players think alike.
All right, Moses is going to lose the player in the cross, still leaving just the snake corner to try to pull it off.
That's a concession.
Yeah, they see it now.
Great point right there by Trainwreck.
So, to the chat, a few things. Yes, Sierra is out of
Canada.
Quebec. Kind of Black Ops Paintball?
Yes.
I believe it's Black Ops Paintball, who just had a airball field installed either this year or late last year. It's great to have them. It's about a 4 or 5 hour drive for them to get down here, so thank you for coming. And Rosie is in Boston. I don't know what he's doing in Boston instead of out here.
His daughter lives out here.
Well, get in the car. We're what, half hour from Boston? You'll see your daughter again. How often do you see NEXL Paintball?
Not a good trade-off, Rosie.
I'll be winning Father of the Year once again.
20 seconds.
I see her after that first point, 2-4 over the Knights. Come back. See how they do. See how the Knights respond.
10 seconds.
Yelling from the net Canadian is that one?
Yeah, he is. It's not on the big red card. We're going to lose our first player, of course, Sierra, off the right side, heading towards that Dorito corner.
That Dorito corner, if you go there consistently, it's going to be very tough to take.
Yeah, once they know, they put a stream on it. Yesterday, it was rather rare that teams would attempt to take the Dorito corner off the break. If they had a runner that could make it there, they generally just went to the D1 instead. All right, nice with the body advantage. Moving to the mini brick from the home. Sierra now into the outside snake one.
Somebody's trying to switch once you get over to this snake.
Yeah.
See if there's an opportunity, even down in body, for them to try and take the Dorito side. Knights are in good spots, though. They're in the Dorito corner, the Dorito tower, the middle box. Snake one inside, and then the snake side tall box.
Dorito tower for Sierra is just engaged with the Dorito corner of the Knights. It seems like he's just got a job. I don't see any intent to move out and try to push the Dorito side.
I feel like the box of Sierra has the move to go into the cross and then try to get into the Dorito too. Yeah. Especially with that Dorito tower, he could probably put his mirror in and get him underneath. Sierra having the snake presence, the Knights box is looking over on the snake side, so you know that comes this way.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that that's the box player for Sierra is not under a lot of pressure, period. It's really just the Dorito corner that's occasionally wrapping on the inside to the shade on. So I think you're right. I think he can make the bump across pretty safely.
I think it's Lafayette that's down here on the snake. He's doing a good job. He's staying alive. Oh no, I cursed him again.
Oh, damn it. Hey, you did that.
5-on-3 for the Knights. But see the Dorito corner, he could have got out there at any time. Maybe that would have taken some pressure off of the snake player. 4-on-3 right now for the Knights. The Knights lose their snake one.
Sierra has already won a 2-on-5, so this is a 3-on-4. This is winnable for Sierra. They're now moving up to the D1. So there's a Knights gun, and I believe that's Joe Sarkeesian, who is locked onto the Snake 50, and there's nothing there.
I don't know if he saw the Snake player
Exit, yeah.
The Sierra right now is Dorito 1, Snake, corner, and the brick. I don't even see somebody in the brick anymore.
Josh Fiddleman moving from the tower to the cross on the Dorito side.
Alex, where's the third Sierra player?
I believe the answer is the pit.
Wow, I didn't see that third player come on. So it's a 4-on-2 again. Sierra is wide on both sides in the Dorito 1 and the Snake corner.
Sarkeesian can move up the wedge. Let's see if he gets the gun on the right Snake player, which will be Snake corner. Yeah, he knows now. Now he doesn't. Sarkeesian attempting the bounce shot into the Snake 50. Nobody on the Knights has picked up if they've already shot the Snake 50 or Snake 2 player for Sierra. So unfortunately, there's a wasted gun here. Yeah, you can even hear Sarkeesian calling out position. The Knights have lost track of the count. To be fair, we just lost track of the count as of a minute ago. All right, so for Sierra, last two players, Snake corner, D1. Knights have the wedge in the middle. They have the cross with Josh Fiddleman. They also have the Snake corner and the Dorito corner. So 4-on-2 advantage for the Knights. We have suspicions there might be a brick player for Sierra. Sierra players sneaking around this field like they snuck across our border yesterday. Just kidding, flop them up. All right, I think the Knights are finally figuring out that this Snake is actually dead. So for Sierra, we have Snake corner, we have D1, and we have a suspect brick player in the middle. Might be there. We are at under 2 minutes. There's 1 point on the board, and we are under 2 minutes. Am I, as a broadcaster, allowed to say caution the brick? All right, Sierra is a minute and 16 seconds away from winning this match with 1 point on the board.
Yeah, when they hear 60 seconds, though, you're going to see all 4 of these guys jump up and go.
Sarkeesian will lead the charge. I know that Joe is going to. He's going to be the first moving upfield. I was going to say that. Josh takes a run from the cross. He gets picked up. Skittles is going to take a walk. 60 seconds called. Joe's the next to launch.
That Burrito's not looking inside. He's not.
He is now. If Joe tries to go any further, we're now at 47 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, Sarkeesian gets picked by that Dorito. This is falling apart. At the same time, we lose our snake side presence for the Knights.
I don't know why he's going for it, but he is.
This isn't necessary. They're going to win this by nothing. Maybe. 30 seconds on the clock. It's essentially a one-on-one.
That was a bad play by LaPointe right there.
I believe it's a one-on-one situation, Dorito to Dorito.
Oh, there is the other. There is another one.
Oh, he is. He's been there the whole time.
I knew there was a third player.
Sneaky.
He is sneaky.
Sneaky little Sierra player. 2-on-1. We're now at 5 seconds. Amazingly, They're going to win this match 1-0.
That's crazy.
All right, folks, well, if you tuned in for fast-paced action of paintball, well, you didn't get it, but you're going to have to settle for a 1-0 win on that one. Congratulations, Sierra. All right, well, that means Malicious and Trainwreck are going to be in X-Ball already. Yeah, I agree, Rosie. They did attempt some moves, right? So Joe Sarkeesian tried to move forward to the wedge. He got picked up. He kind of got stuck there. Skittles, obviously, Josh Fiddleman is the first one to leave. He leaves the cross, tries to push his way up, gets picked up, I believe, by the brick is what caught him. So it wasn't aggressive enough. I think the real failure of aggression was probably about 2 minutes ahead of time when they had a 4-on-3 advantage and they really weren't pushing the field. I think that's the failure. Rosie will save a parking spot for you. Come on out. All right, Melissa's on your left, Trainwreck on your right. Melissa's up to the break in the middle. Trainwreck responds by going into the snake, inside snake off the break, however. He's going to get a check. He is clean, so 5-on-5 situation. Trainwreck took what I'm going to call a stage 2 pocket play. They didn't stay in the back line. They moved forward at least for the mini Dorito and the mini Temple and the Snake 1, but didn't spread it wide. So a little bit further up the field, but still essentially in a pocket play. Malicious is the stand-up mini brick. Tower now moving to the brick in the middle. Got the cross for Malicious. 3 bodies alive for Malicious. Trainwreck starting to make their secondary bump. They're into the D1. Coburn moves the wedge up the middle. Tommy jumps the beam into the outside snake, immediately drawing tons of fire. He's doing the right thing, which is calming down, sitting there, and let the fire wash over him. Don't engage in a dumb gunfight. Oh, Coburn's going to get shot in his feet from the Dorito player, Malicious. I believe that's Drew Nall from Malicious. Also takes the inside snake. So 3 bodies for Malicious, but good job both moving and killing and bringing it back within reach. So 4-on-3 advantage for Trainwreck. Yep, Tommy immediately makes the bump. Drummer, the outside snake to the snake 2. He's going to chill. I like what he's doing. He's calming down. He's letting the fire slacken a little bit before he comes out and tries to engage. The difference we see between D4 and D3 is a lot of D4 players will make that great move and then immediately pop up into an unfavorable gunfight. Lose our Dorito player for Malicious, so 2 Malicious players left alive. Malicious moves into the cross. He may have gotten picked up on the feet by Thomas of Trainwreck. Ref's going in for a check. Looks like he is clean. So 4-on-2 advantage for Trainwreck. Score is tied up. About 5 minutes on the clock. Field is playing much slower today than I think we saw yesterday. Anthony, you asked for a faster day of play.
Yeah, it was starting off that way, but
so far.
The snake is hot in the gallon. Red alert in the gallon.
is it a 4-on-2 right now?
It is a 4-on-2.
So Thomas's job right now is to definitely not get shot.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, draw the fire. His teammates should be moving based off of all the attention he's getting. If Trainwreck could get up the middle, they could get a pressure on the guy.
Tommy, how did you let this happen? Go into the same bunker.
Yeah, it happened. How did Drew absolutely bang that ball? How did Thomas not know? Does he not know the truth there?
Good 4 players for Trainwreck there.
Speaking of a Trainwreck, there's about to be a point-blank gunfight between Drew now and Thomas and Trainwreck. Drew, Drew's the first one to know. Comes around, shoots Tommy. Drew's going to pay for it, though. That's not a good trade in the end. Malicious is down to one single player, 1 on 3. 3 minutes on the clock. If I'm Malicious, they're going to think about toweling and saving the clock.
Yeah, especially the position that he's in.
Because you can't fight standing up, it means that he's not in a good situation for a 3-on-1. It's going to make it very difficult for him to toggle back and forth between the left side, right side, and defending himself.
Looks like that might be Ryan Carter.
There he goes. He backs up the brick. Malicious coach has seen enough, recognizes the situation, and goes in and fouls out.
So just under 3 minutes, 3 points played.
Yeah, that's all right. You want to take a look at the bingo board? You're already looking.
I didn't look, but no.
Okay.
We'll start after this.
All right, fair enough.
2 really good matches, though. They were low scoring. They were exciting.
So I'm like one of those NFL fans that doesn't get mad when I see a 6-9 game. Like, that just means that you probably have 2 really good defenses. You can have very, very good games of a lot of sports without seeing a big score. And these are just very well-matched teams. I mean, I can give the Knights a little bit of criticism for not being more aggressive.
Especially when Joe Sarkisian said minute 40. I think at that point, it's a 4-on-3. You've got to kind of put it together.
This is D3 to the chat.
1 minute.
Wait, that was sarcasm. that was not a legitimate question. I think that was James Dalton asking is this D3. I see what you did there.
Trainwreck's playing really well.
Yes. Yes, again, maybe a little bit more aggressive at the mid-game there. They slowed down a little bit when they had a big body advantage, but that's mild criticism when they're leaving the match 2-1.
It could go into style of play, too. You know it's tied. You know you're up 4-on-2. You don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to throw bodies away.
Sure.
I didn't know Sierra had that third body in that brick the whole time. When the point took off, I was thinking 2-on-1. He just lost, and now he made it a 1-on-1 with 30 seconds. Anything can happen, but I guess he obviously knew that he had that extra body.
Yeah, and we think he's the one that picked up Findelman trying to make that move towards the end of the game.
Yep. Yeah, he did good in that snake cross.
Trainwreck into the snake off the break.
Pablo taking a walk early. Ryan Carter's actually the burrito 2 already, though.
So Trainwreck essentially spread across the back. The only thing they don't have hot is the snake corner on the back line, but instead they have the inside snake 1.
Trainwreck is actually shot 2 off the break, I think. I think it's a 5-on-3, and Malicious has to come, so they're moving into the gun with a 3-on-5. Junal really needs to stay alive right now to allow Ryan Carter to try and get a couple kills off that Dorito side.
Drew throws caution to the wind. Instead, he goes into snake. He gets there live. He's on the outside snake 1. Malicious doing a good job pushing him to the Dorito side. Now Drew's going to keep going. Now he goes just a bridge too far. Drew gets picked up. That's going to leave the last 2 Malicious players over on the Dorito side. Do you towel? 2 minutes on the clock. Do you towel?
I will.
5-on-2? I think you do.
Yeah. It's a shitty situation because Junal should have understood he was the island. Nice pickup right there. Malicious player.
Now in a minute 40.
So 2-on-4. They're down 1. Yeah, Ryan Carter's going to unfortunately have to engage in a 50-50 gun battle down that Dorito side and try and win it.
Well, in that situation, you have to hope that your opposing player is willing to engage in that gun battle. If you're the Trainwreck player in the corner, you got to be smart about it. Yeah, don't let him shoot at me as much as he wants. Maybe just pop out occasionally to keep him afraid that he can't just move upfield, but don't over-engage in that gunfight.
Especially when you have Overwatch in the tower right there, so you are good. The problem is for them now it's 60 seconds. So Bradoki's here, trying to make something happen.
seconds on the clock to come up with something. They're down by 1 point with a 2-on-4 disadvantage. Dockey's thinking about moving to the snake. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, go straight forward, not to the snake. There he goes. He's going to lose his teammate Negrita, though. It's just up to Verdocki in a 1-on-4.
First hit!
Give credit to Verdocki. He's still pushing him out. Even in a 1-on-4, he knew what he had to do.
Yeah.
Time is going to expire, and Trainwreck's going to win this 2-1 over Moisters. Another low scoring match.
Probably might go in for the point right there.
Might get a 3-on-1.
He's going to wait for under 10 seconds.
He's under. There it is.
That was very exciting, even though there's some of them were lower first set. So I'm excited for what we're going to see throughout the day here.
All right, well, that is going to wrap up our first match. When we come back, we're going to watch the AG Wolves taking on Boston Bloodline and AG Mafia taking on New England Storm. Thanks for joining us. See you in a minute.
Minutes.
Get the shade side. I'm not sure if you get it done yet.
One minute.
I mean, it is the nicest day we've had in a while.
Seconds.
I'm good.
Here we are. Welcome back to Maynard, Massachusetts. I'm Matt Falvey here with Anthony Vitale. We're about to watch AG Wolves taking on Boston Bloodline.
This match, I think, is going to be this who can survive the break. So,
10 seconds.
whoever has the better count after the break, I think, is going to be in the driver's seat.
The Bloodline is usually who can survive physically through the whole day. All right. Wolves a fairly conservative breakout. It pays dividends. They get an immediate kill.
Bloodline loses 1-2. So 4-on-4.
Believe so.
All right, Josh Reed goes up into the center. Timmy Irvin Jr.'s in the Dorito 1. Matt Sheridan's in the Baby Dorito.
Sheridan gets shot in the, not Sheridan. Shot in the mini brick, takes one off his visor.
That's Gemma, but he shot his mirror. So it's a 3-on-3.
Okay. Acceptable. We'll accept that, Gemma.
It's still not acceptable.
No. Gemma. With lower expectations. It's that.
Big fight there by the Wolves.
Odd get a snap battle in the snake corner of the Wolves.
That's a bad death right there from Timmy Irvin Jr. getting shot out from the corner. Another bad death.
Hodges going to take a walk, takes one right to the grill.
Yeah, I was just going to go in and wipe it actually.
Leaves one player left alive for Bloodline. Off the net to 1.
Towel.
The coach has seen enough. Toweling out.
Towel. Point approved.
Just too many bad deaths for Bloodline in that first point. 3 players got shot out of their bunkers.
All right, we're going to watch AG Mafia taking on Storm.
This would be a good test right here. See how these the AG Mafia has 2 Rebellion guys playing on it. The Parenti brothers. It's got Kyle Menard from the Knights, James Child from the Old Invasion, and then Taylor Coyne. I'm trying to think the last team that Taylor played for. What team was Drew Davidson on? Remember the bigger Drew? Shit. It's the last team I can remember Taylor playing consistently on.
Coyne has been in the Joe Exotic camp at times for the for Mech, certainly.
But on paper, this AG Mafia team is definitely good.
They're on your left during the all-black jerseys. You see them on the screen on their breakout.
Storm on a run here, winning the last 6 NEXLs. Never done before.
Storm making their secondaries into the Baby Dorito, spreading wide from the home out to the tower, also out to the wedge in the middle. Still 5-on-5.
I'm wondering if his right-hand side with being in the sun is tough right now on some of them.
You say that, the chat thread, Crispy Dollar, who built the field layout against the sun? Question mark.
It's not against the sun, but... I don't know where Crispy's from, but in Massachusetts, you can't really choose your land as much as you can in the rest of the world. That's a fact. We're lucky to have 10 acres in Massachusetts.
Congress going to take a walk here for Storm. So Storm 4-on-4 against AG Mafia right now.
Good communication by Storm, too, saying ice to Boston. making sure that they know that that whole snake side is empty. But then they let it uphill. So Brian Allen, whose job was to keep that player there, lets him get out wide.
So neither team with a particularly aggressive post plan. As I say that, Allen's going to cross the 50, go to their wedge.
Gotta watch out for that snake.
He's going to wrap.
Corner.
Makes it to their wedge. Allen is...
Godzilla is on the other side of Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, he traded with the brick.
Yeah, Godzilla is Storm's call for that big brick, so I think Ryan was just trying to get him out of there.
In that confusion, Storm takes advantage of it, moves across the 50 on the Dorito side, blows up the tower. They're going to finish this one out. That is a very good use of chaos, I guess I'd say.
Yep.
I mean, Allen's move was certainly going to be not coming back from kind of thing.
Yeah, Storm definitely has the best Dorito side in the D2 division with that duo of Roy Brower and Jakubiak.
All right, we're going to go back to Boston Bloodline versus AG Wolves. Wolves up by 1 point. 11 minutes on the clock. Like you said, Bloodline just going to do a little bit better job surviving the breakout. Seeing Krista Gonzalez, Jeff Bemis, Austin Mayo rolling out there for the Wolves.
Fabio's playing with Bloodline this event.
Yeah, Taylor Strange and a Stewart. Yes, Fabio is jerseyed up, so I believe you're right. He's going to be on the field today.
20 seconds.
So Timmy Irvin, Fabio look like they're going Dorito way. Brian Pierce probably the center. Gemma and Eric Hart going Snake way.
Remember a couple years ago, Fabio made a giant jump in terms of the quality of his play. I wonder if he's kind of diverted his career by now becoming a coach, a team owner. He's focusing more on a lot of other things in his personal play style. That is not calling him a bad player, by the way. Not at all. Timmy Irvin's going to lose his life trying to get out to the Dorito.
As well as Eric Hart. So, again, I knew it was going to come down to who could survive the breakout, and Bloodline's going to need to reel it in a little bit, try to play a little bit more pocket.
I think if this comes down to Bloodline's going to have to respect the Wolves breakout shooting a little bit more, and a little bit more conservative breakout. I know the many times I get shot, mostly the answer is I didn't respect my opponent enough. So for Bloodline, they got the tower, the brick in the middle, nothing left on the Snake side.
Fabio tries to take the corner and he's eliminated. So just Brian Pierce, they should towel.
Brian's going to launch. There was no real plan to that run for Brian. It was just, why not?
They're going to have to draw up a plan to try to keep 5 alive and see what happens for Bloodline. Even though the first point, they were even and died out of their bunkers. So right now, nothing really working for Bloodline.
So a little bit more conservative across the board. Again, coming back to just respect your opponents a little bit more. Respect their breakout shooting, respect their stat battling. Good point. So someone named Anthony Jr. just asked the refs to make sure they're doing the hand drop. Bloodline does have a player on their squad that cannot hear, and so they require the refs to do the hand signal to start the point.
And Jimmy was shot off the break, so he probably got a bad jump.
Yeah. Nice Storm on your left, Mafia on your right. Like 5 alive, pending a ref check. He is alive, so 5 on 5, both teams. Storm does get into the inside snake. Mini Brick still doubled up at home and in the tower for Mafia. For Storm. Mafia there in the D1. Middle Brick, home. Mini Brick, and snake corner. Storm first to make their secondary bump. They're up into that cross.
Mafia has a really good spread with the D1 and the snake corner.
Mafia first to get into that outside snake. New England Storm still in the inside snake one. He wants to make a move, but he's actually his biggest resistance at this point is probably the snake corner. Even that is not really there.
Mafia loses. I believe that's Logan flanking, but it might be Taylor calling one.
Nah, I think it's Taylor.
And the James Childs here in the center brick. Tom Menard in the corner. Lane Parenti here in snake.
Storm snake player is wrapping, trying to get onto that home.
That's Jordan Lines.
Ooh. I think we got a bounce off the left arm of the Mafia home player. Ref's going to go in for a check, but I'm fairly certain to bounce. Mafia now moving in the cross. So both teams have the cross over on that Dorito side. Storm player has in the cross has a little bit of help over his shoulder in that Dorito corner. Storm moving from that corner into D1. Storm with a one body advantage. I think the Storm player in the snake, he should go. There's really not a lot of resistance. Mafia doesn't have any guns looking cross, trying to stop his bump up into the snake too. He just doesn't quite trust it. And that window might have just closed. No, Mafia moves up to the brick. They could have stopped the snake move. Instead, the brick is looking off to the right, so there it is. Storm now into snake 2. That puts that cross at a lot of risk. There it is. He shoots the cross. That's Lynn's. Lynn's not going to wrap. The brick. Can you see the brick? No, there's no visual on the brick. I believe it's one of those small cans.
Lane needs to pop up here, and he'll have 2 good shots at the Dorito and the cross, but
it's hard for him to know that. Oh, there might be a tank hit.
no, I came off that pod.
Okay. Interesting. That, all right, 5-on-3 situation, and New England.
No, it was down to a 5-on-1.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He must have had his finger right on the buzzer as soon as the guy got shot out of the middle.
Just immediately. Okay. I'll actually compliment that. I think a lot of the coaches are a little bit too slow to recognize time to towel. So. All right, so Wolves are going to go 2-0 with 20 time on the clock, 10 minutes on the clock.
No, we got a handle.
Bloodline coming back out, looking for answers. They're down 2-0 against the Wolves. 10 minutes on the clock, plenty of time.
Pause.
We're going to have a little bit of a technical timeout. I believe we're going to have to do some bunker repair, or else we might have a chrono issue. I'm not sure what. Head ref today, Noel Tran, asking for the clock pause. I believe he's going over to, we have a Dorito corner that's come unmoored. Is that the word I'm looking for? Bloodline also using his stance to clear the field of empty pods. Apparently AG Mafia has no pod runner.
Yeah, we're just checking the snake corner. The Dorito corner right now is being repaired. I don't know if you're out here or not. Yeah, we're going to make sure that the old field.
So to Apex Paintball, who's in the chat, he thinks that's how the brick wedge setup should be played. They like some more wedge moves. So yesterday the wedge was one of the most popular bunkers on the field. A pretty typical run path off the break was use the brick as cover on the run out, and then dodge to your left or right, which really run, and then just dive into the wedge. Come up, stay on the snake side. I expect to see that. See that today. So far, the team's played a little bit more slowly, a little bit more conservatively. But I I suspect as the day go on. Once teams recognize that that's a fairly safe breakout maneuver and you get some control of the snake, I think you'll see that become standard. Again, we're in a little bit of a technical timeout trying to repair a bunker that's come unmoored. An old man, like a real leader, hands off the hammer to one of his subordinates and walks away. that's management. Have that bunker stake report on my desk by 2.
I think we're good. Yep.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And Wolves on your left with a 2-0 advantage over Bloodline. Bloodline on your right.
A must-win point here for Bloodline. They do play pocket.
Yeah, Wolves also very conservative, gun heavy on the breakout, 2 at home.
They can keep this gun container right here on this person Aztec.
Wolves up the middle of the brick, also up the middle of one of these mini temples.
Yeah, Gemma had the opportunity to wrap that outside and didn't take it.
Wolves are going to spread out into the snake corner. I believe that's Podgy moving up the middle there for Bloodline.
Kevin, I need you to take care of the Dorito side break corner. I need 4 new stakes.
Wolves are going to lose their first player.
I don't think it
5-on-4 advance for Bloodline. Bloodline survived the breakout. So far, surviving these gunfights. Small bump into the mini baby Dorito for Bloodline. Really should just be seen as a staging round of getting into that D1. Wolves respond by taking the cross. There's the D1 now taken by Bloodline. Bloodline with a 1-body advantage, down 2 points of the match. I agree with Anthony, this is a bit of a must-win here. Godfrey's moving up to that wedge in the middle. He's going to look at the cross, see if he can pick up the cross. Cross player for the Wolves, and that might be Krista staying on the Dorito side, though, so unless she decides to look to the inside, should be safe on Auden.
Good move by Eric Clark, getting on the outside of the snake here. Matt Gemma needs to do some work over here. Is Gemma still alive, or in that snake corner, or is he gone?
He must have left it very quietly. I don't see any movement from that snake corner.
The Wolves have 2 down this line, so Eric's going to have a hard time fighting down 1-on-2. They're going to need to get a kill from the Dorito side where they have a 2-on-1 advantage.
You asked for it, and they get it. I believe Podgy just blew up the inside snake 1 of Wolves. Timmy Irving, big run down the outside. I don't think it results in anything. No, it is a trade. He takes Krista Gonzalez with him.
A 3-on-1, right? No, a 3-on-2.
Hey, snake moves up!
Snake corner still in for the Wolves.
Yep, so the Wolves, it might be a run.
Seattle! Josh, Seattle! Just let you know. Pretty positive.
I hope you can hear this audio at home.
Where from the snake? Possible Seattle!
They're wasting their lives.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, buddy.
No, they're going to have about 6 on the clock by the time they hit the buzzer.
Hey,
Jeff, is the hammer over there?
point approved.
the baby Dorito is also the little, mini temple aspect right next to baby Dorito. Yeah, it's coming on also on more. All right, we're going to do a lot of bunker repair right now, so we're going to be on a little bit of a pause. The wind is real today. We might have to invest in the screw-type stakes. Well, thank you for joining us here, Event 3 at Maynard, Massachusetts. This is NEXL Action. We're in our 30th year of operation, believe it or not. I'll bring up playing yesterday was Massive Sack. Sack playing this weekend, trying to raise money for On Belay, which is a charitable organization that tries to provide positive experiences for families that are going through cancer. There we go. There's a graphic. Our producers. Just amazing. Alex is amazing. Maybe tied for the best hair in the business, webcasting business. I don't know. I'm having a bad hair day. Please give me some grace.
That makes one of us.
All right, Storm on your right, Mafia on your left. Mafia down 0-2 against Storm. 6 minutes on the clock.
I think we're good.
I think we're great.
10 seconds.
Mafia out to Snake Corner. Mini Brick doubled up at home. Snake Corner is eliminated from Mafia. Good break shooting by Storm. 5-on-4. They lose their middle player, so 4-on-4. Snake Corner here. I think that's Rob Whitaker.
Yeah, Mafia into the outside snake. Snake one. You might have a feed neck hit. There's a little bit of something on the feed neck. No, I think it's just one guy's pattern. I withdraw my accusations. For Mafia, they're in stake one. They got the mini brick right behind it, the tower on the back line, and T1. Storm now in the D1. They got the tower, snake one, and snake corner. Yes. So for Mafia, it's got to be their mini brick players to go into the snake. We lose our snake corner for New England Storm. So Mafia has a real clear advantage over here on the snake side. They should be pushing that advantage. Storm hasn't gotten very far from snake yet. Just the deep inside snake one. There it is. So as I say that, Mafia is now up in the snake 50, the equivalent of the 50. This, I believe, is Lane Ferretti. Usually you can tell by that beanie that he wears. Lane engaging in a very quick snap battle with the Dorito 1 of Storm. Wisely pulls back. But it means that the Storm Dorito player is completely locked onto the snake. He's not going to come off it. So Lane is occupying a gun, even if he's not actually engaged in a gunfight. I think Lane can wrap around this and fall to their snake side. He's got an opportunity. Nobody's looking this way.
Real lucky there. Pulled himself back just in time.
Lane crosses the 50. He's going to wrap. For the Storm player to see him. Storm player taps it out of the way of an incoming ball. Lane should just hold that.
He needs to chill for a quick second.
Yep.
But he's not going to.
He launches. Takes the snake. Does he live? He lives.
Yeah. technically, I think his feet went out of bounds. Yeah.
Mafia player with a great 2-for-1 move. He takes lane and golf player. Excuse me. You're right. Storm player taking out the 2 Mafia players and the Snake. He just cleared out the Snake all by himself.
That's Ryan Allen. Nice 1-2.
On who, Sean? I didn't shoot him. Never even shot him.
So close to yelling through the net, but that's.
Oh, it was 100% yelling through the net.
I don't think it was yelling. That's my only.
Oh, it was talking.
It was talking through the net. It was very close to yelling through the net.
I'm just talking with volume.
Yeah. Voice modulation disorder. All right, for Mafia, I see a Dorito 1 player. For Storm, Baby Dorito, I think that's it. I think we're in a 1-on-1. I don't see another Mafia player. Mafia player, a little bit of advantageous position. He's got a better bunker to play behind. Those Baby Doritos are not where you want to get caught. So the Storm player can only play from his knees to live behind that Baby Dorito, which makes it very difficult for him to do a quick safety reposition. He recognizes that the Mafia player goes to the inside, out of the outside shooting lane, and so he jumps out of the Baby Dorito, makes it to the cross, unseen. He could drop and call that can if he wanted to.
It's still a 2-on-2?
No, I believe it's a 1-on-1. Mafia player going to drop back to the tower. That's a good fighting position. If you can fight a 1-on-1 with your feet under your knees, you're in a much better position to both reposition sneakily and you can snap battle more effectively out of either side of the bunker.
Yeah, Ryan thinks that Jakubiak thinks it's a 1-on-2, though. He's playing it not like a 1-on-1. Good job here by I think this is cross on.
Yeah, this is. He misses that initial shot, gives away the advantage. Then he chooses to move forward. A little bit of a naked. That's Taylor Coyne for Mafia. Taylor continues to move.
That's not a good spot to be in.
Yeah, Taylor can come back around the left side, fight out the other side. Taylor's going to get hit in the right elbow. And Storm is going to pull this one out. They're going to go to 3-1 with 10 seconds left on the clock.
3-0.
I'm sorry, 3-0 with 10 seconds on the clock. Nice work. All right, AG Wolves, 2-1 advantage over Boston Bloodline. 6 minutes on the clock, plenty of time. That other match that we're watching, the AG Mafia versus New England, is going to be over. 10 seconds on the clock is not enough time, so he's going to kill that game, especially with being 3-0.
We're going to move into committed star matches in our next set, which has Malicious versus Knights, Sierra Trainwreck. So you've got Malicious, who just lost, and the Knights who just lost. So one of those guys is going to come out a winner more than likely. And then you've got Sierra and Trainwreck, who both won their first matches. So,
all right, Blood on your left. They're only down by 1 point. Plenty of time on the clock. They got to survive the breakouts. Timmy, another big run. Outside 3-1. Gets it alive this time. Wolves doubling up the brick in the middle. Wolves are going to lose their snake player, though. Who is audibly upset with himself.
looks like Eric Hart, the other snake player, is eliminated as well, so 4-on-4. Krista Gonzalez may have something on her leg.
We have Tyler Coleman now going into the snake for Bloodline.
Yeah, he needs to chill for a second there.
He's got all the time in the world. He is the Highlander, oldest person to ever play paintball.
bloodline not doing a really good job of containing it.
I believe Tim Irvin just shot the brick out from the Wolves.
Yeah, that was Christian Gonzalez, who I also think had it hit earlier. But
unfortunately,
Fabio gets
for bloodline, they're going to lose Fabio right around the same time. So neither team with a body advantage still. 0 on 3, a little bit of positional advantage for Wolves. They do get out into that Dorito 2.
It's going to come down to a gunfight here between Coleman and the Dorito 2.
Austin Mayo keeps switching off to the Dorito side. I think he's hoping to catch Timmy Irving in a bump.
I think Austin wants to move.
He might be right. He's wrapped himself completely around the inside of that wedge. So Tyler Coleman has made it to the outside snake from the inside snake. Again, he's just having to deal with Austin Mayo here, trying to slow him up from the Wolves.
The Wolves lose their center player.
So 2 on 3.
I don't know what Josh was thinking. That was just terrible.
Josh ran right into the gun from the D, too.
And Timmy Irvin doesn't see Austin Mayo. Coleman needs to stay alive. If he dies here, the game's over. Timmy Irvin needs to break through the center.
Yeah, you're right. If Timmy looks to his right, it's a free kill on Austin Mayo. But Timmy's pretty well locked in on that Dorito. 3 minutes on the clock for Bloodline. This is approaching must win. If they lose this, they're going to be down 1-3. Maybe 3 minutes on the clock. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask to come back from.
Coleman's making a lot of noise.
Somebody needs to play a little bit smaller. Austin tries to make the move forward. He gets picked up. 2-on-1 advantage now for Bloodline.
Let me check if Timmy's done. Hopefully he's not hit. Yeah, seems to be good.
Tyler Coleman's going to hit the buzzer, bring this back to a 2-2 tie. A little bit under 3 minutes on the clock.
That was a little ugly for both teams. I feel like
the ending.
Yeah, just the whole 3-on-3. I don't know. It just wasn't really put together as any teamwork whatsoever, and bodies were thrown away. Both teams need to clean it up a little bit. Tied game.
A little sloppy. All right, we are not playing out that last 10 seconds, correct, from the other match? Okay. So we are now in X-Ball. We're going to give them a 2-minute break, and then we're going to see Wolves and Bloodline come right back out on the field. Unless one of them takes a timeout.
Alex is trying to just burn the last 10 seconds off and get us back over to a 1-minute time.
All right, there we go. 2 minutes on the clock. Want to take a look at the bingo board?
Sure. Let's start after this. Out of paint, trip and fall. Opponents the same bunker.
We haven't seen any flags this morning, have we?
No.
Not a single one.
No. The rest are not fully awake, maybe.
So this is my favorite new category that we've added this year, which is antique equipment. And I know that's subjective, but if you see like an old school rotor or a...
We saw the NEXL bottle cover.
Yesterday we saw the NEXL bottle cover. You're right.
Yeah. Todd trick we saw yesterday. Shooting sludge, false start, retag. Shooting sludge is going to be hard today.
Yeah, it's a really nice game.
It didn't even happen yesterday. So.
No. All right, these are all pretty standard stuff. Again, both of us have antique equipment. Shooting hot?
That's rough.
That one's a little rough, especially in a corner square for you.
Shooting hot, can that be balls per second and hot, or is it, or no? Shooting fast is not hot, right?
I think, we'll do whatever we want.
I say it is, just because that's going to be a hard one.
Okay, let's go both. You can either balls per second or velocity.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, you came very close to getting yelling through the net. I didn't even realize that was on your board.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, I love the antique equipment, both because I root for it. I love watching players out there with guns and hoppers more than, say, 10 years old.
Is Pierce out there? Because
Pierce is playing. You're right. He's going to use those solid one-piece stainless steel die barriers.
Boom, it's on there.
It's on there.
Yes, we both getting a peek of quick.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I thought it was going to be a hard one.
No, it's only going to be hard. Once I saw Pierce, I'm like, he's got the stainless one-piece
All
barrel.
right, I'm marking him out. Thank you, Brian Pierce. All right, wow, that was a big run by Eric Hart. He takes a dogleg run into the snake off the break. Would you call that 50 off the break, Anthony? I would call that 50 off the break.
Yeah, I would give that one. It's not real 50 bunker besides the burrito.
Yeah, that's the closest you can get over there.
I think Bloodline lost somebody off the break. Did they lose somebody going to the snake corner, maybe?
We were so entranced by this Eric Hart run. I don't know.
I was more entranced by Brian one-piece barrel.
And it's still in play.
Just in case he has to fight somebody.
Yeah, he's going to unscrew it and start swinging it. All right, we'll do a small drop back to the mini temple, the standing brick.
That's a bad death.
We're going to lose
We did
Eric
all
Hart.
that work.
Nice move by Zach Lowe up here at the snake, too. I don't think Brian Pierce aware of it.
The burrito player, Fabio, I think, got him.
And we're seeing these great moves upfield, but not survivability once they get there. You do all the hard work to get to a place. It's just such a shame to throw it away. You have so much to live for.
Okay.
All right, I believe it's 3-5. Oh, Brian gets caught trying to take their wedge. We're now approaching a minute 15.
Yeah, I don't know if you play for a tie if I was Bloodline.
I think at this point, yes. Fabio gets the check. He's clean over there on the Dorito side.
Nobody's looking this way for Bloodline. So.
60 seconds.
If that's Bemis, then he should go all the way down.
Yeah, he's got to go. 60 seconds.
That was a bad move by Fabio. You got to realize that you're just going to play for the tie when you're down bodies like this.
45. Oh, well, Bemis gets picked.
He shuts off by his own player.
Did he? Yeah, I was going to say, where'd that come from? Oh, that's a match loser right there. Shooting your own player.
Oh, and Sheridan shoots another player. It's a one-on-one.
Yep, Brick and Cross. We're at 30 seconds.
That's terrible, man. You had it.
Stewart has a chance here if he can recognize the pie situation.
Oh, he definitely knows it.
No, he doesn't know it. He's 20 seconds. He's still acting like he's playing against somebody. Oh, don't lose this match because oh no!
No, he's got it.
10 seconds. 8 seconds. This is going to be close. This is going to be very close. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, he doesn't get it! He doesn't get it! Oh, they could tie that match instead of winning it.
That's terrible.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. Ooh.
Yikes.
Oh. Stewart, don't walk your pitch.
Is that Taylor Strange? Who is that?
No, I don't know who it is. It's got a Stewart jersey on. I'm not sure who it is, but
I'm sure it's a Stewart.
let's not try to identify their action. I feel bad enough as it is, Anthony.
I know. It
leave
is for Taylor Strange.
Let's leave them to anonymity. Well, can't get that word out. All right, well, that is going to end that match. When we come back, we're going to see a star match between Malicious, AG Knights, and
Trainwreck.
Sierra. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for joining us. We'll take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back.
minute. Warning, live field goggles on. One minute. Seconds. 20 seconds.
I'm ready.
We are back. We are live here at NEXL in Maynard, Massachusetts. I'm Matt. I'll be joined by Emmy Childs. Emmy, say hi. Emmy's dad, James, is playing for KG Mafia today. Right now, we're watching Mauritius taking on AC Knights.
This is a committed star match.
Who's your pick here? Mauritius or Knights, Emmy? Such a homer. Good luck. All right, Mauritius on your left, Knights on your right.
The Knights have the baby Dorito, the home, center brick, snake corner.
Mauritius already dropped a couple bodies, unfortunately. 3-on-5 situation immediately.
Where is the fifth Knight?
Baby Dorito, brick. Easier.
I got the fan. Yeah, I got home, snake corner, baby brick, and baby Dorito. Sorry.
I'm not seeing it.
Might be a 4-on-3 for the Knights.
No, we're not doing that today.
It's Julinus.
Yeah, thank you. I said some Kyle Oger shenanigans. All right, 4-on-3 advantage for the Knights. First point in this match.
Both of these teams lost their first match, so it's kind of a must-win already. While 2-2 can potentially get you in, it's not something that you want to be banking on.
Yeah, depending on tiebreakers to try to get in.
Pablo is set up right here to try and shoot. Yep, trying to shoot Skittles, which he does. Makes it a 3-on-3. Good move by Pablo to come up there and set that trap.
So Malicious down on the brick. They got the cross. Third Malicious player.
Ryan Carter gets over to that Dorito 2 bunker. So all of a sudden, Malicious is back 3-on-3 and in better positions, too. Oh, Pablo gets shot in the back, retreating.
So Snake 1 and Dorito 2 for Malicious are what they have left. Sarkeesian battling with that D2.
He's Drew all, I believe, in the snake here for Malicious.
Yeah, Drew's been doing a lot of snake work for Malicious today.
I like this move by Drew getting out of here. He can jump back over and get in the inside snake.
things settle down into a little bit of a lull. Basically, Sarkeesian is just trying to lock up that Dorito. So Dorito really can't move forward. He's staying on the outside, but there's nothing to shoot on the outside for that Dorito player. He might try to wrap and see if he can knock horns with Sarkeesian. There he goes. He gets gun dominance. He holds gun dominance. A half-hearted get out comes from the Melissa's player in the Dorito. Pulls the trigger one time, says, "See, get out." Now he's the one getting a check. He will be called clean.
Yeah, the Knights definitely have the ball on that side. They have a 2-on-1 on Cotter right now. They should try to get wide.
Yeah, they have good control on that Dorito side. You're right. I think their tower, the tower for the Knights should be trying to make a move. Get out to the Dorito corner at least. It's not super aggressive, but would further pinch that Dorito player in.
Yep, that's a shot in on Sarkeesian.
Two refs running in to check him. That's not a good sign.
And Cotter moves on him just in case. Call him clean. Now he's out because Ryan Cotter smartly moved the bunker up while he was getting checked.
Derek Lambert now on the tower for the Knights.
And the window for Derek Lambert has closed on getting out wide.
5 minutes into this match, no points scored yet. Derek Lambert does slide out to that Dorito corner. I wish he'd done that a minute ago.
I like what's happening right now. Drunal and trying to create a 2-on-1 on Derek Lambert. The Snake player has got to look right.
Delicious moves from the Dorito inside to the cross. He's trying to catch Derek Lambert unaware. He better get that first shot killed, though, because if he doesn't, he's in an awful position. He's going to launch. Catches Derek in the back. Trades out one-on-one, now one-on-none. Melissa's going to pull this one out. Good turnaround point by Malicious.
Ryan Carter's probably going to go down for a little committed star point.
Well, you're tossing out positive affirmations. I'm going to toss out negative. The Knights just didn't look like they were comfortable with being aggressive.
Correct.
They just looked like, well, we're 3-on-2 in advantage. We're just going to kind of stay here and hope for the best.
Yeah, if you're going to wait for gunfights to happen, then you're rolling the dice, right?
Well, you're giving the other team all the initiative to kind of do what they want. They get to change the game situation instead of you, if you're not even going to try to move. I mean, what's your criticisms? Come on, go ahead and launch. Tell us the worst thing you want to say to these players. Can you whisper it to me?
There's at least one nice person in this
What is
commentary.
No, I will not. No.
I mean, you can't say that about somebody. You just whispered in my ear. What I just heard was atrocious.
No, I did not say anything. I did not say anything.
All right, Sierra on the field. If you can't hear it, that's French being spoken. That means you know we've got a Canadian team in the house.
All right, both of these teams won their first match.
Sierra doubling up home. Both teams doubling up home. Sierra takes a slight delayed launch up to the brick. Both teams now into the brick. Sierra on the outside state one. They got the brick. They got the cross, home, and power. Unless the tower goes, Sierra's not really putting any resources out into that outside row of Doritos. To be fair, neither team does right now. Live, both teams. Both teams have a snake presence.
The Greenleaf goes over into the snake corner. Wind's really picking up.
Yeah, it is gusty here. It's going to confuse some players. Let's see a bunker moving, and they might begin to think that it's an opponent in the bunker.
Thomas up here into the snake's going to get a free one on the X.
However, we're going to lose our train wreck player in the Dorito corner at the same time.
Casey Martin taking a watch, goes to 3-on-4.
Sierra, they have you standing in brick in the back line. They got the large brick in the middle with Baby Dorito. Baby Dorito not being a great place to fight out of, especially in a down body position. Yeah, he's on his feet. That Baby Dorito for Sierra wants to move. He does not want to stay there, and I don't blame him. He's trying to make that bump into this outside Dorito. But the brick, there it is. He makes the bump. Oh, I think he got caught on the left shoulder by the brick of Trainwreck. So 2 players left alive for Sierra, 2-on-4 situation.
It's a 1-on-4 now.
Sierra has seen enough. They are toweling out. All right, congratulations, Trainwreck. Take their first point in that match. Another long point. Emmy, have you played paintball yet? It's okay if you haven't. No, okay. Do you have any interest or not, you think?
I'd rather not say on here.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's totally fair. You know, look, most kids don't want to play the sport their father plays. That's, like, pretty typical. What's your hobby, then? It's not going to be paintball.
Hockey, probably.
Oh, hockey. That's right, of course. I've been to one of your hockey games. Plays goalie.
Nice. I used to referee women's intramural college hockey before it was even a college sport back in the early 90s.
And how much do you get paid?
I think it was $50 a game.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. Early 90s? That's decent money.
Yeah, it was. I need to get like 200 a game now.
Don't say that on the air or our refs are up there quick. All right, looks like we're 5 alive for both teams. Knights versus Militia. Knights on the left, as they say, that first player peeling off here before the Knights from the snake corner.
All right, here we go. Getting made up here, being aggressive for the Knights.
Militia's still aggressive. They're into the snake, into the Dorito, too. No, it doesn't work. He makes that bump and gets caught. However, Knights respond by Nate Rasucci taking their snake. Rick is now aware of it for Militia.
I don't think so.
That's close to a penalty. If you're essentially hiding a hit from the ref, I love you, Nate, but that's dangerous business.
I don't think it was a hit.
Okay, you think it was just a bad call? Okay.
There was paint there, but it just didn't seem like a hit.
And I retract my earlier statement. Anthony's saying that he wiped it.
I don't think I said that. I think Emmy said that.
Yeah, that was Emmy. All Emmy. Accusing Nate Rasucci. Nate Rasucci, if you're watching this, Emmy accused you of piping.
Bro, what did I do to you? All I've been is nice to you. I love you, Belle. Come on, why would you do that to me?
I love you too. You always hurt the ones you love.
No, you're mean to me. Forget this. I'm taking my headset off.
Storming out of the studio.
Instead of a mic drop, it's a headset.
Headset. Boom.
Two-hander.
All right, Militia's going to lose their Dorito player. They're now in the cross and the wedge.
Do we have a 3-on-2 or 3?
3-on-2 advantage, Malicious.
So the Knights are in the plus sign as well as the snake side box.
So windy. I don't like this.
Yeah, it's very windy today, but it's a pleasant windy day. Like it's playing paintball. This is a beautiful weather to play in. So you just don't get sweaty.
I woke up early this morning and it was freezing wet. It was so cold.
What's your hometown? How far north are you? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Like an hour and a half probably.
What's your hometown?
Middleton.
Middletown. Yeah, okay. A little further north. I'm in Raymond.
Nice lose another player out of the plus.
That's it.
We got a concession.
I believe Will McLean's coaching for them today. He's seen enough. He's going to towel out. I'm going to hand Emmy the marker. Let's see if we've done anything on the bingo board, Anthony. We've definitely seen towel.
Yep. Towel for sure.
I don't know if I can reach. I'm short.
Yeah, tell me about the story of my life.
That's a T for that's for Tony, so I get a square over there too.
All right, 50 off the break. We saw that earlier with Eric Hart.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do this one.
I can't reach.
30 seconds.
You got those little T-Rex arms.
You're mean. You have T-Rex arms too, but
I do. Anything else for the whole false start restart? No, I think that might be it so far.
hey, so there's a trip and fall one. What if they powder under trip and fall? Does that count?
I think it's got to be during the gameplay. You don't try to rig this. You're ruining the sanctity of the bingo game, Emmy. This game means something to a lot of people. All right, train wreck here, train wreck on your left, 1 point advantage.
Sierra loses one of their players.
Train wreck looking good today.
They look real good. Tommy Greenleaf moving to the middle instead of going to the snake corner, which he's been doing the last few points. Thomas is still playing well for these guys right here in the snake inside snake one.
Who is your all-time favorite paintball player?
Can you give me a minute to think about that and answer it? You have a shout out on the chat thread. Trainwreck is going to lose their Dorito corner player. That might be Casey again.
It is. He's having a conversation with the referee and himself.
I wish you could see the body language of that.
Thomas jumps onto the outside.
Camera transition. So for Sierra, we have the snake corner. We have Frere working the inside snake one. And Ferlin in the middle brick. We've got what's left for Sierra for Trainwreck. 3-1, mini brick on the back line. Let me see the other bodies. Oh, snake, inside snake. We're going to lose Ferlin out of the snake for Sierra. We're down to 2 bodies. Yeah, he's seen enough.
Foul. Point approved.
All right, Trainwreck looking very good today. I'm going to a famous compliment wrapped in an insult. They look a lot better than they have so far this year, at least to my memory, which can be faulty, of course, at my age. Sierra looking a little bit off this match. They just seem a little uncoordinated. All right, Emmy, who's your favorite paintball player?
30 seconds.
It actually changed.
Oh, it did change?
Yep.
Who was it previously?
McLean.
Oh, okay, sure.
20
And
seconds.
now? Hey, okay, I was about to say at no point did she consider saying her dad, but I take it back.
30 seconds.
Two good choices.
Yeah, those are not wrong answers. All right, here we go. Malicious on the left, 2-point advantage. Going to lose a body off the nice.
Two bodies.
Losing 2 bodies off the break. Stake and up the middle. And another body from the back line, leaving 2 bodies left alive for Knights. This is a horrible start to this point that they really, really need.
Really a bad start to the tournament for the Knights.
Yeah.
They were going one against the Knights yesterday.
They did. They won the whole tournament. What AG team are you most loyal to?
Your dad wants you.
Oh, she's getting yanked off air. All right, we're losing Emmy. Emmy's getting yanked off air. I didn't get to mention the stuffed animal you bought me. We'll do that again soon. Thank you, Emmy.
See you later, babe. All right, we've got Trainwreck coming back on the right-hand side. We got Chris Mack, Thomas, Tommy Greenleaf.
Emmy's dad ruined everything. She's having fun.
Casey Martin. And Jeremy Hersey. Sierra really needs this point. Still plenty of time to get back in this match, but you can't go down 3-0. Committed stars right now for Malicious. I have Ryan Carter.
Yes, definitely. Neighbor said she is doing good work, although he died a little bit sloppy earlier, or recently.
Trainwreck, I've got Thomas and Greenleaf so far. They're doing a lot of work over on the snake side.
Yeah, Sierra's struggling right now. All right, so far in the day we've seen, oh no, this is yesterday's scores. Let's not look at that. We've seen Malicious lose to Trainwreck in the first round. How is that possible? Yep. All right, and we've seen Sierra over AG Knights. That was a 1-0 super, super long, grindy point. AG Wolves and Boston Bloodline tied up 2-2. AG Mafia versus Storm. Storm wins that one 3-0. Currently, we've got Malicious 3-0 on top of the Knights, and Trainwreck 2-0 on top of Sierra.
Johnny Greenleaf just ripping right off the break there.
Yeah, so Sierra loses their player going to the mini break. Interestingly, their player going further forward gets into the snake alive. They're also going to lose their home player. Sierra down to 3 bodies almost immediately into this point. So for Sierra, what they have left is the inside snake 1. They have brick up the middle, and they have home. No presence on the Dorito side. Trainwreck responds by spreading wide into the snake corner. That's interesting. One of Sierra's code words is Sierra. That's, I would find that confusing. Sierra gets out of the home, moves over to the tower on the Dorito side. I like this. He moves into snake 2. Nobody picks up on it. Gives him a chance to, no, they do pick up on it. Still, I like the move. It gives him a chance to do something crazy and maybe swing this match. They're down 3-5 on bodies, and they're down 2-0 on the score. With about 5 minutes left to play. This is LaFrere. He's managed to make it to their side of the snake. Nobody's picked up on it. Tower. Kill the tower. He does kill the tower. Good move by LaFrere, bringing this to 3-on-4.
We can get one more kill out of this snake, and
Rick is taking a walk. We're doing a 3-on-3 situation.
They lose their Dorito, though, so it's a 2-on-3.
2-on-3 situation. Still feels like Sierra has the momentum. LaFrere's going to come over the top. I don't love that. I don't know if aware of the inside snake. Now he's posting up, ready to get bunkered. Trainwreck pushes up the Dorito side. This is their first shot. Lefreur's going to live. Lefreur is under 3 different guns looking at him. I would be okay with him backing up now.
The Dorito has a chance to bunker the Dorito in front of him, but up the other. Now the Dorito's heads up.
Yeah, for a second there, you're right. Anthony is correct in brief windows of his life. That was one of them. Please try to remember it, everybody.
Now it happens the other way. If Lafayette looks left, he's got a free body.
He looks left. Free body. Caught him on the back of the head. So for the Trainwreck player, like, if he had chose to go finish that run through, it would have been fine. But he stops now. Trainwreck is in an awful position. 2 players left alive. Both shoved into this corner.
Thomas will probably hit the back.
Sure enough, 2-on-1. Greenleaf, last player left alive for Trainwreck.
Left roughly here might be hitting the front of his gun. The Dorito player should be flying down now.
Noltran's going to pull Lefreur.
That should have been a penalty, but
1-on-1. Tommy is going to have to defend himself out of the knife edge of that mini wall. He needs to get gun dominance and then get out of there, maybe to the mini brick. He doesn't have great secondary positions to move to in this 1-on-1. So advantage Sierra right now. Yeah,
I don't know if you're ever in an advantage when you're on a 1-on-1 with Tommy Greenleaf. But
well, yeah, just from a bunker position, though.
Yeah, I agree.
He's working and playing the knife edge of that bunker is defending himself. Sierra moves to the tower. Tommy's on his feet now, trying to use that mini break and standing in zone. All right, great repositioning by Greenleaf. Much better fighting position. This is just going to be snap battle. Sierra player kind of refusing to come out to his left side. He's pretty much staying exclusively shooting out the right side of his bunker. And he got. No, Greenleaf gets the Sierra player. So I'm going to say this is interesting because I'm the one that noticed it, but Sierra player, good handshake coming off field for both those players. Sierra player really kind of was very refusing to shoot out the left side of his bunker. When he finally did it, he immediately died. So not sure what that means, but congratulations, Tommy Greenleaf. Yeah, you got to give Greenleaf star consideration for that.
Oh, yeah, he was already getting stars, and after that one, he's probably going to lock up the 3-star.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in an awful 1-on-1 fighting position. When you're having
he was in a 1-on-2.
That's right, you're right. He was in a 1-on-2, pulled that one out.
Ulysses is up 3-0 over the Knights here. 3 minutes left. Knights just need to get some momentum going so for their next match, they're going to have to win their next 2 matches to even have a chance.
Yeah, I agree. Don't worry about winning this match. Just try to give your boys some positive vibes going into the next one.
Mike Carter taking a snake sack this time.
Ulysses kind of throws the body away going up the middle there. And they're going to lose their neighbor in the back. 3 bodies left alive. I believe this is Joe Sarkeesian, who's in really kind of no man's land right there in the middle of the field. Potter is going to blow him up if he takes another couple steps forward. Sarkeesian's not aware of it, but Potter's gun is just waiting for him. And there it is. I get it, that's just part of the, hey, let's just try to build some momentum, let's try stuff. I'm okay with that. The match is lost for the Knights.
That chaos did allow them to get to the D2 over on that side as well.
Yep.
Good shooting off the break by the Knights, so hopefully they can kind of get something from that. Still a 3-on-4, Malicious.
So Malicious, their 3 bodies are Cotter here in Snake 2, which is a good position. They got the brick. Brick is mainly going to be trying to protect Cotter and slow down the Snake push. And their last player is in the tower, staying on the Dorito side. His job is really just stop the bumps up the Dorito. For the Knights Dorito player, he's really not looking to move right now. He's just staying on the cross.
Yeah, if I was Carter, I wouldn't even be shooting at that Dorito 2. I would just be guarding the gap from 2 to 3.
You almost want to bait him into trying to make that move.
Yeah, that was a good move there by the malicious. I think that's Pablo in the center that was protecting him.
Yep.
They have a really good cross right here.
Now the bounce shot being attempted by the Knights.
Perkins,
Yeah, Perkins trying the bounce shot on Cotter. It doesn't really work. He goes back to looking to the Dorito side. Pablo working that middle break. They got a good, like you said, they got a really good defensive situation. Cotter trying to communicate with Pablo. 60 seconds here. Again, for the Knights, this match is probably lost. Does Pablo get caught? Pablo gets caught in the middle. 2-on-2. Perkins going to launch. At best, it'll be a trade. It is a trade. Leaving the Knights in a
2-on-1 on the Dorito side.
And here's the launch. Clean, and he's going to get the buzzer.
That's a little momentum they needed.
Yeah, 100%. All right, earlier today, the Knights heard me say, I don't think they look comfortable being aggressive. That was a different Knights team that we just watched. I mean, to be fair, some of their aggression kind of got thrown, onto the swords of their enemies, but still, much better attack by them.
Who is number 12 on the Knights?
Don't know off the top of my head. We'll have to keep an eye out and take a look. To the internet. Internet pipe up if you know who number 12 is for the Knights.
30 seconds.
All right, Sierra looking to get their mojo back. Down 3-0 against Trainwreck.
40 seconds.
Sierra did win their first match versus the Knights.
10 seconds.
Again, we see an interesting 50 run to the Snake and a run to the Dorito 2 by Sierra. Very aggressive breakout. They get away with it. Wow, he's crossed the 50 to their D2. He's going to immediately come up to a gunfight, though. He's going to lose that gunfight. Sierra has, well, I can only guess this is Rico Suave playing the Snake for them. Good to see he's got a secondary career. Blows. Does he catch the tower? The tower survives Suave. On the clock. And for Sierra, this match is probably lost. A bit of a momentum point for them. Sierra now taking the D2, continuing their aggressive pushing. Running ref, heading towards the bounce of the train wreck. Poison situation here in the Snake.
Going into the same bunker.
Yep, 100%. Sierra's going to lose that. All right, dust kind of settling. The last two Sierra players over there on the Dorito side. Dorito 2 and the cross. What Sierra has left. We're now at 30 seconds. Sierra's going to launch. Nice launch. Does he get it? No, he doesn't make it to their cross. Now Trainwreck launches. Trainwreck has an opportunity here at 17 seconds to go ahead and at least increase their point differential, but doesn't seem all that interested. There's no time for your teammate to run 30 yards to check you out. Hit the buzzer, sir. 1 second on the clock.
We're going to have another committed star match coming right up afterwards. It's going to be the Wolves Storm and AG Mafia Boston Bloodline. So we'll be right back. Oh.
And we're back.
I forgot we had 38 seconds left on this other match.
He's bored of this already.
Yeah.
We're cutting the commercial. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right.
Viewership is down.
We're folding. We'll be at the bar. Tell us if there's an interesting game. Malicious versus Knights. Malicious up 3-1. 38 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds.
If I'm the Knights coach, I don't think I'd try to do any suicide charge. I'm just going to tell my guys, spread wide, just kill the clock. No reason to get shot to hell, risk a penalty.
20 seconds.
Do we see a number 12 out there? Yeah, he's right on this side right here.
All right, let's keep an eye out for jersey name.
10 seconds.
Yeah, no heroes charge for the Knights. They're essentially going to spread wide. Now the Knights are kind of trapped in a little bit of a pocket play. They lost one of their wide runners out to the snake side. So we're just going to kill the clock here. Anthony was correct. We should have just went ahead to commercial. So let's take a look. For Malicious, they lost their first match. They win their second, so they're 1-1 on the day. Knights now in a bad situation, down 0-2 on the day. That is going to do it for this match, and we are going to take a break. When we come back, you're going to watch the Wolves taking on Storm and Mafia taking on Bloodline.
Minutes. Minutes.
Now get ready. Why I'm missing Dave that time. Get ready for the fucking cravings, dude. Didn't I? You haven't had cravings the whole. Yeah, don't happen though. That's like a lot of stuff. Yeah, let's roll that.
1 minute.
Why is he showing up? All the time has been weird. Like, everyone got back in March, like, got laid off, and then, like, ran 2 on my insurance, you know, got some good stuff, and then with the, got pregnant.
30 seconds.
You don't have anything right now.
All right, we are back here in Maynard, Massachusetts. NEXL E3 Action AG Wolves taking on Storm. On the backside of that, you're going to watch Mafia taking on Bloodline.
10 seconds.
This is a committed star match. Connor Greenleaf grabbing a 3-star.
Well deserved.
We got Paul Brusco over here in the stand-up box. We got Ryan Allen in the brick.
Wolves starting to take their secondaries. They're up with that wedge in the middle.
Probably Austin Mayo.
That's who's been playing for them so far. I don't see any leather gloves, though, so I'm not sure it's Mayo.
Not cold and rainy, so.
Wolves now into inside snake one.
Storm won their first match. The Wolves tied.
That was very nearly a knee hit for the Wolf player here in the wedge.
Wolves lose Chris Gonzalez off the D side. Kubiak is now in 3-1. Coach Rob Whitaker in the home for Storm.
Uncertain whether the Wolves have 3 players left alive or 4. Inside snake, wedge in the middle at home.
Storm is confirmed with 5 bodies alive.
Yeah, Storm might have a 5-on-3 situation here.
I feel like I hear a 4th gun somewhere over there for the Wolves.
There's a launch through the middle. It's going to be clean. Does he get another? No, he's going to throw his life away after that. But still, there was the 4th body in the brick in the middle. They're going to lose 2. They're going to lose 3 bodies for Wolves all at the same time.
All 4.
Wow.
A bomb.
And yeah, a napalm strike just came in and just wiped the Wolves off the field.
Ryan Allen initiated bomb.
Allen has had quite a day for himself so far. All right, we're going to watch AG Mafia taking on Boston Bloodline next. AG
Mafia lost their first match in Bloodline tied, so someone needs a win and probably will get one right now.
Was that the tie that resulted from the missed button push by like 1 second?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was the Wolves, correct? That missed it. Sorry to bring it up again.
Taylor Strange is not happy that you keep bringing it up.
I'm so sorry, Taylor. That was that. He's gonna sue us to have every copy of this broadcast seized and burned.
10 seconds.
All right, so Bloodline now coming out against AG Mafia.
Mafia on your left, Bloodline on your right. First body dropping for AG Mafia up the middle. Looks like we're 5 alive from Bloodline.
Fabio and Timmy Jr. took a lot of big bites out of that burrito side. They went short here with Eric Hart, Josh Reed, and I think that's Matt Sheridan.
Lane Prenti relocates from home out to the standing mini break. He's getting checked by the ref, though. All clean.
I did update the board while you were gone.
What I missed?
I don't know. Alex said there was stuff missed, and then
I said
we had opponents at the same bunker.
I said conspiracy.
You got more things than I do.
I reserve the right to be suspicious. All right, Bloodline starting to tighten that vice here, making the move. Eric, I'm assuming this is Eric Hart. It normally is Eric Hart. Into the snake. No, that's Josh Reed. Haji playing snake for Bloodline now.
Jimmy Ortman with his talented,
Wolves get a minor. Timmy, sorry,
when you hear Timmy scream, you know he shot somebody.
Yeah, it's very local.
He gets shot by the last player.
All right, they've seen enough. They're going to towel out for Mafia. Bloodline's going to pick up the first point of this match. Pretty convincingly, too. Other than Timmy kind of throwing his body weight a little bit at the end, which is fine. You're in a 5-on-1, whatever.
He had shot 2 people, so we'll give it to him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to complain. All right, we're going to go back over the Storm Wolf game. Storm up by 1 point, 9.5 on the clock. Storm has a lot to defend here. They've how many tournaments has Storm won?
6 in a row.
6 in a row. Is that some antitrust laws that we can kick in to destroy their monopoly?
Yeah, this is their last year they'll be able to play, so
there it is.
20 seconds.
We're going to come in and disorganize their organization.
Now, you hear anything from inside their camp, what they intend to do? Are they going to move up and play?
I think their captain's going to play D2 National, potentially ref, and we'll see if Sean still continues with a D3 and D4 team. Their D4 team is going to get ranked up to D3. I just don't know if Sean's going to want to do another D4 team, but probably will. We hope so. He's a good organizer.
Obviously.
Wolves.
Storm on your left, still 5 alive, both. Storm Wolves drop the body.
Yeah, okay.
Wolves drop the body. Now Storm drops the body over on the Druido side. Storm goes ahead and moves up the middle of the wedge. Gets the gun up on the snake side.
So that's Jakubiak for Storm. Making it a 4-on-4.
Jakubiak pulls the trigger twice and yells, "Get out." No shade on him. We all do it. It's just kind of fun to watch.
That's Ryan Allen that did that.
Oh, Ryan Allen. Yeah, it's fun to watch. I pulled the trigger twice. Get out.
I was looking, considering, oh wow, he must have shot somebody.
He kind of bought into it for a second.
Yeah, he had me fooled. Killer Strange is up for the Wolves in that X sign.
We have gun surgery going on for the Wolves in this mini brick on the back line. Ryan Allen's gun is dedicated to stopping the bumps from that standing mini brick into the snake.
You got a barrel squeegee going on, so I don't know. I think that's up there. I think
I think it's the biggest brick.
And Ryan does shoot him.
Takes the snake corner.
Ryan Allen's having himself a match. Venus comes over here.
Looking for some answers here. Venus has an opportunity. Ryan Allen came off that lane. Venus could go into the snake. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too long. Allen's back on him. Oh, we either have a gun down or out of paint for the Wolves over in the cross.
Yeah, that's a hopper.
I saw thumbs down there. Wolves are having a lot of equipment trouble this point.
Yeah, they might want to concede.
Yeah, Venus attempts to get into that snake corner. He gets blown up. Krista is the only working gun left on the field for the Wolves.
Ryan Allen is having himself a match.
Hey, we can't do this with 2 fucking gun, Jack!
I started yawning on air. How dare you? I'm too excited to yawn. All right, we're going to the bingo board.
Barrel squeegee, you got. We're shooting sludge away from victory.
That's a tough one today.
I don't know if I have barrel squeegee. I don't think so.
Shooting sludge also, yeah. Yellow. Yeah, there's got to be a yellow flag. I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a yellow. I knew there wasn't a red.
no, I have a yellow too.
There you go. I'm tripping fall away. I need someone to be clumsy.
Yeah, you're right. For shooting sludge for me, it would help you, but it would win me the game. Pot trick and a red flag, that's possible.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Oh, no.
What was it?
Bad time management is on the board. He missed the buzzer push by a second.
I thought it was more coaching, but maybe I guess it's players.
I think his lack of situational awareness. Which is kind of the same.
Gamma, come on.
All right, blood on your left, down to 3 bodies, 5 alive for Mafia.
Mafia's in good spots, too. They're in the Dorito 1 and the snake corner and 3 across the back.
Gemma, beautiful athletic move from the inside snake to the outside snake.
That's Eric.
Oh, that's Eric Hart. I'm fine.
Gemma got shot stupid.
I'm trying to help.
He's wearing, like, my name on his back, too, which is not good. Disgusting.
That personal sponsorship ends right now. All right, big move for Bloodline out of that D1.
That's Fabio.
Lane Frenzy up the middle to the brick for the Mafia.
Yeah, looks like Parenti over on Dorito. Might have just taken one, but nope, calls him clean.
Now, any other player in Lane's position, I would say he's just going to see if he can move that wedge. I would not be shocked if Lane actually runs sideways into the snake.
It'd be a good move.
I don't know if you can make it there. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. Any other player, there's only one option, he's going to the wedge. But Lane I could see making a run to the snake.
Yeah, Fabio has that, but it's not. He'd be picking it up too late, in my opinion.
All right, for Bloodline, they have the outside snake 1. Tall tower in the back, and D1. Repositioned by James Trout from the humbucker, now getting out to the snake corner.
Shit talking going on in the snake. We gotta put that on the bingo board.
Taunting? Yeah.
Shit talking. Eric's in trouble right now.
Yeah, he's under a lot of pressure.
Kyle Menard. Oh, they both look awesome for Eric. Getting in this outside snake 1 is not where you want to be when you don't have help.
No,
you don't want to be down body.
Yeah, when you've got a full squad behind you, it's a good place to
Yeah.
make your next move up the snake, but in a defensive situation, it's rough. There's not much you can fight out of. Could Eric drop back?
I actually think Fabio has the ball to get to the Dorito too, because he could shoot Lane pretty easily, actually.
I think he gets the Dorito too.
Yeah. And the only one holding him is on the outside. Actually, the brick just switched back.
We're approaching 7 minutes. Mafia with a couple body advantage.
Fabio has the ball for Bloodline. So watch out, Kyle Menard might have a shot on him. Yep. But now if you go to the Dorito 2, it's actually safer.
Yeah, there's a canyon between you and this snake too.
But he still has to put Plumber in.
Kyle Menard manages to shoot Fabio out of the Dorito. A big kill, leaving 2 on 5 for Bloodline. Probably not going to become important, but Wayne Parenti just killed his last pod. Maybe Papa with his last pod. Ooh, can we catch the pack of the Bloodline player in the tower? Kyle Menard. Yeah, he's saying get him out. I believe that's Brian Pierce in the tower.
He hasn't been hit yet.
No, he hasn't. Kyle's saying it. Now he's hit. Big towel out of that one.
Towel. Point approved.
So that felt more like a towel to just protect Eric Hart from just getting
for sure.
just destroyed by a 5-on-1, but really you're going to end up in a 1-to-1 point situation, so clock is not really favoring either team. Good survivability for Eric, and they're under a lot of fire in a bad fighting position.
Yeah, the only thing that was Fabio needed to make the move up to the Dorito 2 to attempt to pull that game back out.
Yeah.
But he did have the guy in the brick trying to hold him up. He needed to put him in and go.
30 seconds.
Yeah, if Eric, you know what? If Eric Hart could have lived a little bit longer, you might have gotten your out of paint that you needed on the bingo board.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, Wolves on your left, they're down 2-0. 7 minutes on the clock, plenty of time. Although this is a, if not must win for the Wolves, this is a very, very, very much want to win. If they lose this thing, they're going to be down 3-0 with, I'm going to guess, 5 minutes on the clock. So this is approaching must win for the Wolves. Big run out to the snake by the Wolves. Wolves are going to lose their tower, but good positioning otherwise.
Yeah, I like it. Who is this right here in front of us? For the Wolves. That was a good run.
Might be Divine Almeida based on the purple.
Nice shot there, too. Shoot out. Just Storm Snake player. Snake corner.
You know, that is Stewart for the Wolves.
He's got Roy Brower's pack potentially, too, if he stays inside.
Well, he's going to pull back just to either wrap or pull back. He's going to lose that. That tower's going to move out of there to the baby Dorito.
Good move by Roy to get out of danger.
All right, Storm now in the snake corner. It's going to put a little bit of brakes on Stewart doing any more wrapping shenanigans on the inside. All right, 4-4 body count.
So he's trying to get out to that Dorito from the crossover there. On 4, Storm's in the snake corner, snake inside, snake 1, the brick, and the baby Dorito. The Wolves are in the snake outside 2. The plus, the tower, as well as the snake corner.
So we're now under 5 minutes. Definitely cannot lose this point here, the Wolves. Every second that ticks off, this point becomes more and more of a must win. Is just digging in their heels, frankly, if Storm can get this down to 3 minutes, even I know it's 4-4, so it's not like Storm is predestined to lose this one. But let's prognosticate and say Storm loses this one. As long as they can get the clock down to say, a couple minutes, that's still kind of a win for Storm. The Wolves, a loss at this point is probably match over.
Hit on his right wrist in the Aztec there.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of paint on his right wrist in the mini tempo Aztec for the Wolves. So can Stewart get around this edge and get to their snake? They're gonna Taylor Coyne's gonna take a walk for the Wolves. That puts Storm in a 4-on-3 advantage. We're now under 3 minutes. Again, for the Wolves, the clock is their enemy in this situation.
Now Bemis is rubbing that one off. I just saw that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Stewart's going to die out for the Wolves from the snake. Williams gets the snake, puts the stream over the Dorito, misses that first shot. We're now approaching 2 minutes. So that is a...
Point approved.
So Wolves foul out of that one with 2 minutes on the clock.
You got a hopper dump?
Did we see a hopper dump?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have it. No hopper dump on the bingo board today, sir. All right, that was the worst of both Wolves. Both worlds for the Wolves. They lost that point and way too much time coming off the clock. So now down 3-0, 2 minutes on the clock again. That match is pretty much over. I mean, 3 points in 2 minutes is possible. This layout, we're not seeing it play that fast. All right, this game's knotted up. Just under 6 minutes on the clock. Mafia versus Bloodline.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
A little bit of a late start for Mafia, but he does get up the middle safe. They also get him the B1 safe. Looks like 5 alive for Mafia.
Well, they lose their snake corner.
Yeah, all right.
Parenti throws it. Looks like he might have something on his left arm.
Not anymore. Wind is really picking up now. These bunkers are flopping back and forth. Bloodline now into the inside snake from the standing mini brick.
Seems like there's a hit on an elbow over there too, but that might be rub, I guess.
An elbow rub is certainly more believable than a wrist rub. We saw you at the previous point. All right, Bloodline looking to make this bump to the wedge. They get there. I believe that is Matt Sheridan. Oh no, it's a bad timing. Reed and Hart both go to the S2 at the same time. Reed's caught in no man's land. That's rough. A little bit of bad communication. So as quick as possible with benefits in the Hart to get around this corner.
I think Josh is trying to get into the match there.
Hart cannot get around the corner. The brick. Oh, the brick comes off him. He has an opportunity. Towers now left on Eric Hart. Bloodline is in a line, pun intended, 5 across here at about the 40-yard line. No back players left. Not because they died out, because they all moved up.
I don't know what Josh was looking at.
Well, until Eric moves forward, Josh has no choice but to play the outside of that beam. Now Eric Hart has moved forward across the 50. If the other team stay too, that lets Josh Reed slip into that S2 himself. Eric Hart struggling to reload. He's in such a tight position. If he can get his knees underneath him, he might be able to clip that burrito and the brick and the tower. No, the burrito pops up. He's going to suppress Eric. Eric's going to go back to work on the outside safe line.
Dorito can't shoot at Eric and Josh, so they need to coordinate.
Does Josh have vision, though, on that Dorito?
Oh, 100%. He's just playing it so tight because he thinks he's looking at him. Eric needs to be like, no, he's looking at him.
Take the tape. Take the tape.
Eric wants to pop and look, but that Dorito's waiting for him. Yeah. No, don't pop. Oh, yeah. What are you doing, Eric? Oh, Eric does. He tags the tower. Take it back. Good move, Eric Hart. And he catches that break, and they've seen enough. Moppy's going to towel out. Eric Hart putting together a great string of kills there in the last 10 seconds of that game. I suspect he's the one that forced that towel. Yeah, go right to the start sheet. All right, Bloodline moves ahead 2-1 with only 2 minutes going to be left on the clock for Mafia to come up with something. Storm with a 3-0 lead, only 2 minutes remain on the clock for the Wolves. All right, I see Krista Gonzalez and D. Almeida coming on the field. Almeida's probably the one that you're going to see a crazy run to some far destination. Keep your eye on him.
20 seconds.
What team did he play for prior?
He was with Rebellion, with Jake Morrow, and of course Fabio. And I'm sure he was one of the first people Jake picked up when Jake formed the Wolves. Krista Gonzalez, big run up to that cross. D. Almeida goes up the middle of the brick. Both are staying on Dorito's side. He's going to cross the 50. What did I say about crazy runs? Here he goes. Nobody sees him. He trains with a brick. Krista's going to take the ball. Oh, is there a major?
On Ryan Allen.
That's huge, giving Wolf a chance to crawl back into this match. We're under 2 minutes, though.
Ryan Allen comes off the 3-star list with a major.
Oh, no.
He can still get a star. He just can't get 3.
Do you remove a star for each teammate that he gets pulled? Is that the system?
There's a system. I don't know. It doesn't have an exact
science. There might be hit on the right knee of the Wolf. Yeah, hitting the thing. I don't know. It's probably rubbed. There's so much paint. It's most likely rubbed. Good point.
I think you have red flag. So
Almeida with a huge hero move through the middle draws the red flag.
You pod trick away.
Yeah, thank you, D. You also just put me in a much better position to win.
Overslide, pod trick.
Shooting sludge will win it for me.
Oh, man, you're set up for success.
I'm in great situation.
Someone's got to trip and fall quick.
Yeah.
I need some Feinstein and Polizzi. I need some serious trip and fall.
During commercial, you can go out there and put some more wrinkles in the turf.
Yeah. I've been pulling those things out. I got to add more.
Yeah. Going the wrong direction on this.
Hopefully some pod runners will just leave some pods out there.
They can trip over. All right, Bloodline with a timeout. That might just be a breather. I'm going to guess Bloodline is going to be the first team in NEXL history that's going to start bringing oxygen to these events.
Are those IVs?
Yeah, dehydration issues. What is the average age on Bloodline? And I'm old, by the way. Bloodline, don't get upset at this. I'm older than probably everybody on your team. I think Tyler's got me by a
I'm trying
couple.
to think of who's the youngest.
Tyler Coleman's got me out age for maybe a couple weeks or something like that.
I guess the youngest is probably Josh Reed.
Yeah.
Or Timmy Irving Jr., actually.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, Timmy's probably in his early 30s, you figure?
30 seconds.
Timmy Irving Jr. and Anthony are around the same age, so I think that's 32, 33. So that's probably the youngest, actually. So if the youngest is 33, the oldest is
Tyler.
Pierce. And
No, Tyler, I think.
Tyler just turned 50.
Yeah, Pierce is younger than me.
Yeah.
No, Tyler, I thought Tyler was older than me by maybe a year or something.
Coleman?
I thought so.
Yeah, I think he just turned 50. He might be 51.
All right, I could be wrong.
Anyway, their average age is probably high 30s, early 40s.
All right, Bloodline double move out to the Dorito side. They get into the cross and the T1. Nice run out for you.
Getting out wide like that's going to make it tough on Mafia.
Mafia's down by 1 point. Minute 50 on the clock. Mafia doubled up that brick in the middle. Mostly that's good for launching, not so much for...
Oh, a major. How do you call
Oh, no.
How do you call a major if you didn't shoot anybody?
Well, it could be wiping also.
Oh, could be.
Trust me, there are plenty of ways to get a major.
Well, that's a gross thing.
Yeah, it should have been more bodies pulled if that's what it was. All right, Mafia showing the sense of urgency combined with the body up situation. Bit of a body thrown away through the middle, but still okay. Mafia's got a minute to pull within a point. They're up by 2 bodies. Good move up into the snake here by Kyle Menard. Kyle's going to turn. No, Kyle is shot.
60 seconds.
Is it only Timmy Irving Jr.? Must be, right?
I think so.
Oh, no, there's somebody in the X, Fabio.
Okay.
Timmy's going to watch out for James Childs right here.
Yeah, Timmy is a tall player. He's definitely standing too tall, and that's going to cost him his life. James Childs takes Timmy Irving off. That leaves Fabio alone in that cross, but I don't think Mafia knows where he is.
Well, I don't think he's even looking.
Oh, James Childs is going to catch his pack. Childs is asking whether he's hit, but it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to get to the buzzer and tie this up with 20 seconds on the clock.
I'm going to get comfortable.
Point approved.
Got a major shot here. Oh, good. Shot in the elbow. Shot in the elbow. Looks at it and then continue to shoot. It's in the front of him, though. You know what I mean? He shot at it, went like this. You know what I
And
mean?
blue on the
Look at
field is
it.
the enemy
Let me
Childs,
know.
former webcaster, pulled out of the booth against her will, now running pods for the Wolves. All right, so minute 20 on the clock for the Wolves to try to come back 2 points. Unrealistic, but not impossible. I'll take this minute to shout out a couple of our kind of quasi-sponsors. One is BKI Pro Summer Camp. That's coming up soon, right? A week or two?
This week, yeah.
This week.
It's all filled up. 48 campers. Starts on Wednesday, 5-day experience.
Talk about the star power. You got Sloviak, you got Greenspan. Who else coming in?
Jason Edwards, Ronnie Duzon, Pavel Kozlev, and Colt Luckow.
So for next year, if you want your kid to get in on this, how far in advance do you need to try to grab a spot?
Usually we open registration for camp right after Combine, so it's sometime at the end of February is when we open registration, and it does fill up. So if you're interested, it's always like that third week in July, and it's an all-inclusive experience, so it's pretty cool.
And what do you guys do for arts and crafts time?
You know, break down stuff, or film, and
It's not arts and crafts. not a summer camp activity. We're going to lose the body for the Wolves trying to run up through the middle. Wolves aggressively moving up the tape line and through the middle again. This time it doesn't work. Almeida Magic doesn't work on the second go around trying to go through the middle. However, still pushing up the Dorito side alive. We hit 60 seconds. Over-engaging in gunfights because he has no choice to for that Wolf player over on the Dorito side. Still 5 alive for Storm. This is going to be really difficult to break with 45 seconds on the clock. Now we lose that Wolf player on the Dorito. Storm spreads into the snake corner. This attack has gotten blunted by Storm. Alright, we're now at under 30 seconds. Only a couple Wolf players left alive. Pretty much pinned back in the back line. Snake corner, tower. Oh, they did manage to catch one of the Storm players trying to make it into P1. That's nice. It's not going to really change the course of either this point or the match. 3 seconds left. Storm is going to win this 3-1.
No points.
All right, now, with AG Mafia and Boston Bloodline tied up 2-2, 21 seconds on the clock, this is when I beg you, count how many pods they have on the back. Because that is if you have one team going out with no pods, or one pod each, that's a huge signal that they're going to do some major running charge. With 21 seconds, I'm not sure I'd even bother. The odds are so stacked against